These dudes just chilling out here. Taking in the scene. It's a pretty scene too. So you thought it was over, but no, road trip home. Gotta get back to Alabama. So this is Acadia National Park, and it is so pretty. Here's the ocean. Stuck our feet in the water. It's cold, very cold, but pretty. Sandy Beach in Acadia National Park. Very pretty. And here's Bass Harbor Lighthouse. Turned out to be a very pretty day, even though it was supposed to be cloudy and with a chance of rain. This is the Boston Freedom Trail. Follow this brick and it takes you all around Boston and shows you different historical markers. So pretty exciting. This is Boston. Never been here. So behind me is Massachusetts State House. This is one of the stops along the path. And as you can see, it is raining in Boston. First post-AT rain, and I refuse to wear my frog togs. So I have on this fashionable poncho instead. But I am wearing a day pack still. Just can't get away from the old ways. But today was not the day to wear moccasins. But yeah. So this is the Granary Cemetery, another stop on the trail. There's where Ben Franklin's folks are buried. The Boston Massacre victims are here. John Hancock, Paul Revere, and apparently like over 2,000 graves in here. It's pretty cool. So this is a memorial for the oldest school in the United States, and that's where it was, where Ben Franklin is. And if y'all didn't know, apparently he was a high school dropout. Crazy, huh? And I'm red blazing, or also known as brick blazing, the 2.5-mile Freedom Trail. This is the hall where the Stamp Act and Sugar Act were first protested, which became known as no taxation without representation. This is the place here. So this is a sidetrack to the Quincy Market. It's not a good idea to come here if you're hungry. It smells amazing. There are all kinds of things you can eat here. Yeah, a little sidetrack to the Freedom Trail. Oh my goodness. I'm feeding for sugar right now. I'm having withdrawals already, and this is just temptation good night. And even real food on display. Here's a Boston cream pie. It's got jokes. Acrophobia friendly zone over the river here. And you walk over the bridge. I don't know if you can see down there, but you can see the water and stuff below. It's kind of freaky while you're walking all the way across here.
I say, Susanna, that if the governor has the authority to remove one regiment, then surely he has the authority to remove two.
Yes.
And nothing short of a complete evacuation of the town from all British troops will satisfy the public mind and preserve the peace. Our cries, unfortunately, however valiant they seem to have fallen on deaf ears over in Parliament. For after they grew tired of taxing our paper and ink, they then saw fit to pinch our pewter candles sent from their representative in Parliament. If they wish to strip us of our legal right for representation, then my friends, they have no right to force more duties upon us, and we have no duty to pay. We must now more than ever cling to the spirited words of James Otis Jr. that rang from State House Square and echoed through these beloved colonies like a trumpet from heaven. And if you remember these immortal words, say them along with me. Taxation without representation is tyranny, and the time for petition and compromise is over. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Are you ready to destroy the king's tea?
We just threw the tea into the harbor.
I'll stay up here and keep a lookout, my friends. Them, meaning the crew. Those of you down at the front of the vessel are by the forecastle or forecastle where the crew slept. Now, how many bunks do you see there?
4.
4.
So how many crew?
4.
8 to 10 maybe.
The beds, toppings. The bed, toppings. Pretty cool. Well, it was fun being in Boston. That's all she wrote. Visiting my 40th state, Rhode Island. Rhode Island 101 right here, and we are going to Jermith Hill, is how I reckon you say it. And this is obviously the high point of Rhode Island at an elevation of 812 feet. And this is the little path you take down here to get to it. And I think I read it's like 1/10 of a mile, so let's go check it out. This is Jermith Hill right here. High point in Rhode Island. And this is where the register is, so you can say you've been here. And the sign was definitely easily marked with little trail signs like this. And also, a lot of people come here to look at the stars and bring their telescopes and all that, kind of like an observatory. But anyway, cool little place. Quick high point to knock out if you are in the Rhode Island.
The famous document was the reading of the Declaration of Independence. After the sheriff ran outside the yard about 10 minutes or so, there were cheers and shouts. Then he orders 9 militiamen to storm into this very courtroom to take down the coat of arms of King George III. They pulled up that very wall where St. Petr's coat of arms today. And yes, dragged the streets of Philadelphia, put on a bonfire for City Hall each today. And the burning of the coat of arms symbolizes the break away from England and King George III. It's a result of what happened in the room across the way, which we shall see. Before we go to next, it's given me a son to write the Declaration of Independence. If you have a chance today, you can go on the tour at 1:30 and 4 o'clock at that house. Text that or write it down. 1:30 and 4 o'clock is a tour of the Declaration House where Jefferson actually wrote that document on the second floor. I do know it took him 2.5 weeks to write it. He asked him out from Benjamin Franklin, 1776. Read aloud July 8th, but not signed much later until August the 2nd. Now consider what they are doing by signing this. They realize that all acting King's Day, they're going against your king, the penalty is death. They realize what they're doing is pledging their lives, their fortune, and our sacred honor. Dr. Franklin, Benjamin Franklin, goes to France to seek help. When he is told that Americans have won a battle, and a battle is won, called Saratoga, in upstate New York. With that achieved, not only has France become an ally, but also Spain and Holland. As years go by, the King's troops run a place known as Georgetown.
And that's all she wrote. Goodbye, Philly. And Lady Entrance, this is the Liberty Bell.
See the one on top? See how it's
See
worked
the
out?
crack in it.
And the one on the bottom? Yeah. If you come on this side,
And the writing on it.
But she said that's why she was touching.
Been on a Liberty tour since fourth class. And this is the cemetery where Benjamin Franklin is buried. And we're hunting his grave. Hadn't found it. Here it is. Ben Franklin's grave. He and his wife are buried here. His daughter and son-in-law here. And I'm assuming they're there. State number 41 for me. Only 9 more to go. Here's Alabama. Okay, so I am here at Amicalola State Park, and I am about to hike the approach trail. Just weighed my pack in and signed the register.